What's up, friends? Happy September 1st. I wanted to jump on really quickly and encourage you guys to seek consistency in the coming month. We obviously just wrapped up August. I know a lot of us were using this new month to kind of get back on track. And I am of the belief that most of you know what to do. You just struggle to do it consistently. And really your lack of long-term progress or lack of long-term success with regards to maintenance all comes back to that one thing: being consistent. I'm working with a lot of clients to get back on track after summertime. And usually the conversation goes, okay, let's simplify it. Let's pick one or two things to focus on for the next 4 weeks, and let's do those consistently. And then as those become easier and more second nature, let's build on it. Typically when you're struggling and you keep giving up, you're just trying to do too much. So that's why I absolutely love this tool, the Habit Tracker. I wanted to briefly jump on and just kind of walk through my August, maybe share my wins, areas in which I'm struggling, and encourage you guys to download my free habit tracker today, tonight, tomorrow, and do this for September. It is so incredibly eye-opening and it can be so incredibly beneficial. So for August, I know it's kind of hard to read here, but I set, about 7 goals. I wanted to get 60 ounces of electrolyte water, vitamins, 7,000 steps, 120 grams of protein. I wanted to work out 5 days a week. I wanted to do my magnesium supplement twice a day. I wanted to be 90% alcohol free, and I wanted to be in bed by 11 p.m. Let me talk a little bit about my goals. Obviously hydration, pretty simple. 7,000 steps. A lot of people are always like, but Amanda, aren't you supposed to take 10,000 steps a day? Isn't that what they say? Yeah, that's what they say, but 10,000 steps a day is just not an achievable goal in my life right now. And what I found is that I kept setting my goal as 10,000 steps and I kept missing it by a boatload or, by whatever. And so a couple of months ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to make a realistic goal. And so I looked at my average because I hadn't been tracking and I was averaging about 5,000 steps a day. So I made my goal 6,000 steps and I was able to achieve that because for me, it's like even tonight, okay, I look at my steps right now, I'm at 6,741 steps. I'm going to hit 7,000, okay? I'm going to do everything. Even if I was at 5,000 steps, I would probably make an effort to get 2,000 more. Like it's an achievable goal for me. And when you set your goals too high or you set your goals based on someone else's standard, you're setting yourself up to fail. So again, a couple of months, my goal was 6,000. I created good consistency with that. I was able to get into a routine to effortlessly hit 6,000. So guess what? 2 months ago, I made it 7,000. I'm going to continue to build on that. I'm going to stay at 7,000 for a couple of months because that still has been quite a challenging goal for me. But as it gets easier, I'm going to build on it. So I think it's really important to understand just because someone says you need to walk 10,000 steps doesn't mean you need to walk 10,000 steps. You need to look at what are your current actions and how can you be 1% better? And that's how you progress forward. So 7,000 steps, 120 grams of protein. I'm super passionate about teaching you guys to optimize your protein. And here's the thing, I absolutely feel like if you are feeling overwhelmed with macros and tracking it all and calories and carbs and fats, focus on your protein. When you focus on hitting your protein goal, knowing your protein goal, dividing it by 3 or 4, hitting that 3 to 4 times a day, I'm telling you, everything else falls into place. You don't have room for the other foods. You're not hungry for the other foods. You're full and satisfied. You're energized. You feel better. So again, if you're struggling with the macro whole concept of doing it all, focus on protein, okay? And here's the other thing about protein, again, I feel like everyone needs at least 100 grams of protein a day. And for some of you, you're eating like 40 to 50 grams of protein. You know, making your goal 100 grams a day might not be achievable. So if you're eating very little protein, then maybe your goal is to consistently eat 70 grams of protein a day. Consistently eat 80 grams of protein a day. If you're consistently eating 70 grams of protein and you used to eat 40 grams of protein, that's an improvement. It's going to give you progress. It's going to help you move forward. So again, I'm sitting here saying you need 100 grams of protein, but that may not be a realistic goal for you. So find the realistic goal for you. But protein is a great goal to make. Work out 5 days a week. You know, again, I feel better when I work out. So made that goal. Magnesium twice a day. Still working to optimize my own magnesium levels. Don't look at your serum magnesium. That doesn't tell you anything. Everyone's like, oh, my magnesium's normal. My magnesium's normal. You're looking at the wrong lab. You need to be looking at an RBC, a magnesium RBC, and you want it to be over 6. So I'm still playing that game, okay? And the reason why I have not been able to optimize my magnesium is because of lack of consistency. I'm not consistent with taking my supplements, doing my soaks, doing the things. So, I mean, again, I am the only one to blame for not optimizing my magnesium because I'm not consistent. So really working to be consistent. I'm going to do one more month of consistent mag twice a day. I love the Remag. And then I want to retest my labs and see if I finally am moving in the right direction. We'll see. 90% alcohol free. I know a lot of you are like, really? Yes, because I drank 90% in July. So I just felt like I needed to rein that in. September is going to be a huge travel month for me. I've got a lot of travel back in. So am I going to aim for 90% alcohol free in September? No. Guess what? I made it 70%. That's my goal in September. So what I love about this is like your goals don't always have to be the same. You know, I drank like an asshole in July and I really wanted to kind of dial it in August. And so not drinking 90% of the time meant I could only drink 3 times. And I really that's what I love so much about the habit tracker is it allows you to quantify your effort. So I knew, like I calculated that before, how many days can I drink in August to hit my goal? And it was 3. And I wasn't going to hold myself to that to the 10th degree, but that was my goal. If I drank 4 times, I'd still call that a win. But guess what, guys? I only drank 3 times in August because I knew what my goal was and I was determined to reach it. So again, I already did. I quantified. I get to drink 9 times in September to stay within my goal. So your goals are flexible. They change from month to month. But again, when you really kind of sit down today, September 1st, and you think about what do you want to achieve? I want to hit my protein goal 50% of the time. I want to hit my step goal 50% of the time. Quantify what that is. Okay, that's 15 days, 80% of the time. It really helps. So at the beginning of August, I kind of looked at my schedule and I'm like, okay, I've got my friend's birthday. I'm definitely drinking there. I've got this event. I'm definitely drinking there. So I kind of planned it out, so I just wasn't winging it. So, and then the last one was bed by 11, because I'm trying to work on my sleep. Somebody asked, what do you struggle with? I struggle with, sugar. I just love sugar. Bring me all the sugar. And I struggle with, sleep, making that consistent bedtime, getting that quality sleep every night. So, creating a bedtime at 11 p.m. was my goal. Okay. How did I do? All right. So, for my water, I accomplished my goal 96% of the time. Killer. For my vitamins, Take My Vitamins was another one. I accomplished my goal 87% of the time. Killer. In my mind, anything over like 80% is a freaking A+, okay? Valedictorian A+. 70%, still pretty darn good. 7,000 steps, I did it 80% of the time. Love that. 120 grams of protein, I did that 87% of the time. Workouts 5 days a week, I did that 90% of the time. I missed 3 workouts in August. Magnesium twice a day, 70% of the time. Okay, so again, still struggling with a little consistency there. You know what my goal is next month? 71%. okay? 75%. I want to be a little bit more on that magnesium goal, which again is why I'm not running to the lab to retest my magnesium RBC, because maybe 70% of the time is just not good enough. Alcohol, got that, okay? So I hit that goal 100%. Because I only drank 10% of August, which was awesome. Bed by 11, 48%. Clearly, I have a huge deficit in my habits, okay? So here's the deal. You can get at the end of August, okay? And you can, before you even look at this, and you can say, man, I worked my butt off. I did all the things and I saw no results, okay? And then maybe you go and kind of quantify your effort and you're like, man, I thought I did all the things, but I really only put in 50% effort. I only hit my protein goal half the time. I only got half my workouts in. In your mind, you think you did them 80% of the time, but you know, the facts say, the jury says, whatever they say, that you did not, you know? And I think alcohol is very eye-opening. We always say, you know, try to limit alcohol to only 20% of the month. In a 30-day month, that's 6 days. It's not every Friday and Saturday. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, I only drink, you know, no more than twice a week. And then you start quantifying and you're like, oh, but I forgot about that Tuesday book club. Oh, I forgot about bunko night. Oh, I forgot about this. And it's just like, you don't realize those times when alcohol pops up, and you may think you're drinking only 20% of the time, but you're really drinking 40% of the time. And that is the difference between moving forward and, you know, maintaining. So it's very eye-opening to be able to assess your progress, like physical progress, measurements, weight, you know, non-scale victories, and then assess your effort, okay? Other times you may get to the end of the month and still be kind of like frustrated, like I'm just not getting the results. And you may look and you may identify one thing, you know, maybe this sleep is my missing link. Maybe it is the one thing holding me back from my progress, you know? And so sometimes it helps you to identify what is the big thing that maybe you don't realize you should be focusing on, but you should be focusing on. All right, so again, love the habit tracker. My suggestion, I've already set up mine for, like I said, September. I'm keeping the same goals, except I did switch up my alcohol goal, again, just to be realistic, okay? I'm traveling almost 3 full weeks in September. And so again, I want an achievable goal, okay? So I want some boundaries, but I also want to be realistic about what that is. So, you know, you can absolutely grab my full lean 6-month planner. It's awesome. It gives you the habit tracker. It gives you the place to put your grocery list, your meal planning, schedule your week out. It has tons of resources in the back. Someone said, oh my God, I've had your planner for 3 months and I didn't realize all the fun resources in the back. So this is on my website, as well as just the simple habit tracker. So you can download that, write out your habits, keep them simple, pick 2 or 3, okay? That's the other thing, is sometimes I see people will pick 10 and then it's too much. All right, so keep it simple. You know, we are rolling into the last 4 months of the year. And these are the hard months, okay? Once we get to November and December, it's the really hard months. You know, it's not the most optimal time to be, you know, nitpicking your nutrition and things like that. I mean, it's always important to think about your nutrition. But what I'm trying to say is that if you spend the next 4 months focusing on the small things that matter and becoming consistent with those small things, you are going to be in such a better place come January to dial in your macros and get weight loss started. Does that make sense? You know? So I really want to encourage you guys. I mean, absolutely. I have a new session of Lean starting Monday. If you are motivated at this point in, you know, the year to jump all in, I want to help you. I want to support you. I want to teach you these strategies. I want to teach you macro management, the importance of protein. I want to show you what your macros are, all the things. But at the bare minimum, I want you to focus on consistency with the habits that count. Your water, your steps, your protein, sleep, alcohol. I mean, again, these are just basic things. And again, September may be a baseline month for you. So that's the last thing that I wanted to mention. I want you to pick a couple of things, and I don't want you to give up halfway through because you're not checking the boxes. Follow through. Okay? Because then at the end of the month, you're going to have your baseline. You hit your protein goal 50% of the time. So that way, in October, your goal is to hit your protein goal 55% of the time. And guess what? Then it's 60 in November and 70 in December. And then it's 80% of the time in January. Results. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You guys want to go from 0 to 100. Okay, and you think that's what you're going to do. I'm going to go from walking 1,000 steps a day to walking 10,000 steps a day. It don't work like that, guys. So again, if you use the next 4 months to slowly build on consistency, we're good. We are going to be just primed and ready to tackle the new year. So, all right, guys, if you found this live beneficial, please do me a favor. I'm going to save it on my page. Go to my page, share it in your stories, tag your friends. I really want to get this message out of working on consistency over the last 4 months. So the more people that see this, the better. All right. Happy Thursday. Happy September 1st. Maybe I'll be back at the end of September to see how things go. September's going to be a little bit harder. So talk to you guys later. Bye.